Hello everybody, my name is Norin Rauta and I am going to present the three learning episode and the course ED252. The three episodes on the behavioral learning, cognitive and social cultural learning. The analysis of three learning episodes, behavioral, cognitive and social cultural learning. The first learning episode is on behavioral learning theory. The behavioral learning theory focuses on observable behavior changes that occur through interactions with the environment. It emphasizes that learning happens when behavior is reinforced or punished. For example, in classroom, when a teacher praises a student for completing homework on time, the practice acts as a positive reinforcement, encouraging the student to repeat their behavior. According to B.F. Skinner, positive reinforcement strengthens desired behavior while punishment reduces unwanted action. Similarly, if a student is reprimanded for taking during a lesson, they may stop to avoid the negative consequences. Thus, learning is shaped by external stimuli and responses. Here are the supporting examples on behavioral theory. During this mental quiz prepared by the teacher only gives a clear picture that students only focus to receive reward when they get the correct answers from answering the question. As this gets the attention from the student to prepare for the quiz rather than understanding the whole concept of deeper learning on intrinsic motivation. The second learning episode is on cognitive learning theory. Cognitive learning theory focuses on how people acquire, process, and store information. It emphasizes internal mental processes such as thinking, memory, and problem solving, rather than observing behavior. According to theorists like Piaget and Brenner, learning occurs when learners actively construct knowledge by connecting new information to their prior existing understanding. Teachers using this approach encouraging a critical thinking, concept mapping, and reflection to deepen comprehension. For example, in an English lesson, students may analyze a poem by identifying themes and linking them to a personal experience. This promotes a meaningful learning and long-term retention rather than rote memorization of facts. This episode was captured by learners learning structure and steps towards the existing knowledge that one has. According to Anderson 2010, argued that learning echoed in the new knowledge that teacher uses to link the ideas from the story telling that link stories such as character, setting, conflict, and theme to new knowledge. Students who have memorized the concept map have not added any new information to their existing schema. This proves that the active mental theory of cognition is very essential for effective learning. From Bloom's taxonomy of learning and the learning episode, and understanding to different levels of thinking was classified from the highest types of question to the lowest ones. However, our mental thinking of the cognitive learning theory was structured through the information that we have received from the episode, which conflict the importance of active cognitive engagement. The third episode, social cultural learning. Social cultural learning episodes developed by Lev Vygotsky emphasize the vital role of social interaction and culture in shaping learning. It suggests that knowledge is constructed through collaboration, dialogue, and shared experience within a cultural context. Learning occurs first on a social level, interpersonal, and then within the individual, intrapersonal. The key concepts include the ZDB, zone of proximal development, and scaffolding, where teachers or peers provide support to help learners achieve tasks they cannot yet do alone. For example, in group discussion, students learn by observing and interacting with others, developing understanding through language, cooperation, and cultural tools. The examples on social cultural learning episodes in a group discussion about the importance of describing the learning on traditional knowledge is significant, as the person will be aware of the inputs that they receive alongside the skills and instruction from people and someone who has known better than the learners, like the dancers they perform from the external environment. The waving has exemplifies learning as both practical and cultural, mediated by relations and tradition. And finally, this to summarize the three learning episodes: behavioral, cognitive, and social-cultural demonstrate how different theories shape individuals, students, that effective teaching and learning. The behavioral episodes highlight the importance of reinforcement and feedback in shaping observable behavior. The cognitive episode emphasizes active thinking, problem solving, and connecting new ideas to prior knowledge for meaningful understanding of the three episodes. The social cultural episode shows that learning is deeply social, occurring through interaction, collaboration, and cultural influence. Together, these theories provide a significant and a holistic approach and the view and features of education where learners are guided, challenged, and support through both internal and external process to achieve deeper and more lasting learning outcomes. And this concludes my presentation on the topic, the 3 episodes of learning. And finally, thank you one and all for your listening. Thank you.